Welcome to another episode of Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. I am your boy, Captain Will. Make sure you like, make sure you share, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will so I can continue to bring you that gospel of Gamecocks every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, you are now rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. We got to go with today, y'all. The game just ended. And it's pretty much what I predicted. The score was a little bit more than I thought it was going to be. I thought we was going to win by like 24, 25 points. We ended up winning by 31 points. And a lot to talk about in this basketball game, a lot to talk about in this game. But I want to start with this. Oh, we won again. We 11-0. And after watching this game and after watching the season, the 11 games that we played so far, I just have to say that we got a special team, y'all. We got a special team in South Kakalaki. We have a special team. It is something special to see. It is something amazing to see. It's something awesome to behold the greatness of this basketball team. It's something to do. I'm just blown away. I'm blown away this basketball team. We replaced a whole lot of pieces. But you would never know. You would never know that we replaced so many pieces on this basketball team. So we gonna do like we always do. We're gonna start the show like we always start the show. We're gonna start the show with a celebration shot. And it's so much to celebrate for. We got a whole lot of players we're going to talk about. We're going to do the celebration shot for the team. Team shot. So you already know this, Simon. If you new to Captain Will, if you're tuning in to Twitter, if you're tuning in to Instagram, if you're tuning in to YouTube right now, Captain Will look different. Captain Will look different than any other podcast, y'all. Captain Will is different than anybody else. I'm going to give you that flavor like nobody else. And in my show, we do a celebratory shot. So get your shots up, get your alcohol, get your ginger ale, get your orange juice, get your water, get your sweet tea, whatever beverage of choice. It is shot o'clock, y'all. So cheers. We got something special. Woo! We got something special, y'all. So going into the game, if you checked out my pre-game show, you already know how I felt about this ball game. We were Bowling Green isn't a great defensive team. They're not a great defensive team. They're 21st in the country in shooting the three ball. So you saw that. They got elite shooters. They got two players that shoot over 50%. They got elite shooters. 21st in the country. But it's something about that. That a team like a Bowling Green playing a team like us, and this goes for everybody. This goes to everyone. Bowling Green, because we can look at a couple of stats. I'm gonna pull this up. I'm gonna pull this up real quick. Let me pull this up right here. All right, so Bowling Green, 111th in net ranking. 111th in net ranking. That is top third in the country. Okay, strength of schedule, really good. Strength of schedule, really good. But they only played one team that was in the top 50. One team in the top 50, and that's Iowa, and they lost by 30. So when you have a team like South Carolina that is bigger than you in every single way, at every position, it's difficult. It's difficult. And then you have a South Carolina team that's shooting 56% from the three-point line. Because going into this game, we're fifth ranked in the country shooting the three ball. Okay, that's going to prove because we shot 56% tonight. And 59% from the 2-point or the field goal percentage. You know, so when you have the 111th ranked team that also has the 240th ranked defensive rating, there's going to be the problem dealing with South Carolina. It was a problem all night. It was a problem all night. So they scored some points. They scored 62 points. We gave up 93. Okay, they started to the end. Till it was a minute and 10 seconds left in this basketball game. Then they called off the dogs and came, okay, everybody can come in now. Okay, so they were playing to the end. They fought hard. They found ways to get the shooters in the basketball game on offense. But on defense, they got punished. They got punished down low. They got punished midway. They got punished at the three-point line. They got punished all over. And what we saw in this basketball game was a dominant offensive showing for this Gamecocks team. It was special. And it's so many players that I could talk about. But we're going to talk about this one right here. We're going to talk about this one right here who came to back home. We're going to talk about the one that came back home, who from Dayton, Ohio, who came in this game ready to bring the straight up pain. Oh, yeah. And we're talking about Breezy Hall. Breezy Hall bringing that pain all day long tonight. The whole game. Breezy Hall was aggressive. She is hitting her three at a clip that is unreal right now. Breezy Hall came in shooting 38% from three. 38.3%. Well, Breezy Hall shot 4 for 6 from the three-point line tonight. So that percentage is over 40%. Breezy Hall came home and had 18 points, y'all. 18 points. This Breezy Hall over the last 6 games is a type Breezy Hall that will take us to the championship. That's the Breezy Hall. That is the one. Breezy, 7 for 9 from the field, 4 for 6 from the three-point line. That girl doing work. She is doing work. Breezy Hall is on fire, y'all. She is straight up on fire. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then we can talk about, because I mean, Breezy got the name, Breezy. But we got to find something else for her. Threezy, I like that name. We got to do a nickname for Breezy Hall. Because Threezy is on fire, y'all. She is on fire. And then we can talk more, after Breezy Hall, who had 18 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, a steal, only 1 turnover. 1 turnover. Sensational game. So she's my co-MVP of the night. Breezy Hall, my co-MVP. Because the other one is Chloe Kardashian, Chloe the Cobra, whatever nickname we're gonna say. Oh, Chloe put in work. She put the world on notice that she is her. Oh, Chloe had a game high, had a career high. Oh, Chloe had her number tonight. She had 21 points. Chloe Kitts had 21 points. Chloe Kardashian had 21 points and 2 hair flips. That's what Chloe did tonight. Chloe, and I've said this multiple times before, 10 for 12 in the field, but I've said this before, that she is growing in front of our eyes. And it's easy to say that she's a sophomore. Chloe not a sophomore till next month, okay? Chloe's still a freshman. She ain't been on campus for a year yet. That ain't happening to January. So in my eyes, she's still a freshman. And she is putting the work in. Chloe is our starting point guard. Starting our power forward. She's our starting power forward. And you see every single game why she is. Chloe is a really good passer. She can hit the mid-range jumper. She and Kamilla Cardoso, and we'll talk about the injury for Kamilla Cardoso a little later, but she and Kamilla Cardoso have this high-low game that is like textbook. It is unreal how well they play the high-low game because she's a really good passer. Cardoso's a really good passer. Chloe has 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block, 21 points, no turnovers, y'all. 1 foul. And also 1 for 1 from the free throw line. Chloe is special. She's special. And I don't know how good this girl gonna be over the course of this season and of next season and so forth. But right now, this girl is special. It's celebration time, y'all. Bree Hall and Chloe Skordashian is my co-players of the game tonight. I ain't got nothing else to say. It's just like, they was just so good tonight. So good. And then that wasn't it, y'all. That wasn't it, because you have a team that's shooting 56% from the three-point line, 59% from the field. You had a lot of players that scored 93 points. You had a lot of players playing well tonight. And we talked about Chloe. We talked about Bree. How about we talk a little bit about let's talk about old Te-Hina Paopao, lights out herself. T bringing it. She's so smooth, y'all. Smooth like some good sweet tea. I'm telling you, with the sweet tea, we got the right amount of sugar, not the sugar, not the sweet tea to give you diabetes, but the sweet tea that just tastes good. Just tastes really good, but not the bitter tea. Because you go to some places and they have a sweet tea, but it ain't good. It ain't sweet tea. Some of that stuff I had in Cancun. Oh, that wasn't sweet tea. I was disappointed, highly disappointed, but I realized I'm in Cancun. They don't know what no sweet tea is. You know what I'm saying? So, Te-Hina Paopao, 12 easy points. Easy points. 4 for 6. 4 for 6 from the field. 4 for 6 from the three-point line. Every shot she took was from the three-point line tonight. She hit 4 for 6, y'all. 4 for 6. This is the work. This is the work that in the transfer portal. Because I keep going back to the transfer portal when Te-Hina Paopao was selected by Dawn Staley, offered her a scholarship, and she decided to come on over to Columbia. And whoever made those rankings, I have Te-Hina Paopao as the 7th best transfer in the portal. Need to be talked to. Because Te-Hina Paopao, and she's so unselfish. She's so unselfish because she has the ball in her hands a lot, okay? So she can shoot the ball pretty much anytime she wants to, right? But she'll pass the ball to the open player. And we have so many unselfish players on this basketball team. So many unselfish players. We are much different than a lot of basketball teams in the country because it's not about stats. It's not about stats because everybody's going to eat. Everybody's going to eat. So when everybody eats, everybody's happy. You ain't got certain players shooting 25, 30 shots a game. Te-Hina shot 6 shots, 4 of them 3, and 4 of them went in. That's called efficiency. That's efficiency. Go along with her 12 points, she had 6 assists. Let me say that one more again. To go along with her 12 points, she had 6 assists and 1 steal and some solid defense all the way around in this basketball game. She is what the doctor ordered when we needed to play. When we needed to turn the corner. We played so well tonight. And I'm gonna go through some of the comments because some of the comments are catching my eye. So many comments are catching my eye. So we're gonna because normally I don't go to the comments in about 30 minutes, but we're gonna go right now. We're gonna start right now because I want to hear from y'all. I want to start right now and look at some of these comments. And let's go back. Robert Minute, Bree Hall, and Chloe Kitts, so very good. So very good. Hey, Cap Will, let's go Gamecocks. That's from Robert Arrington. Willie McFadden. Cap, I'm ready tonight. Man, it looked good tonight, kids. It's killing it. That was from 8:34 p.m. 8:34. It was so nice to see. Ernest Boyd, Cam Will, our Gamecocks pour it on tonight. I might have to do a shot myself. Ernest Boyd, I told you, you're a faithful family member. So I think you deserve a shot tonight. I think you do. Justin, what's up, my guy? Another one. Keep the W's coming. Robert, another win. Glenn Kemba, dominant win, but issues defending the 3. Going into this basketball game, South Carolina, in terms of defending the 3, I want to, if my memory is correct, we're somewhere between 20 and 30, defending the three. We give up 25% from the three-point line. What we ran into tonight is a very good team shooting the three ball. And at the end of the day, I mean, let's keep it real. At the end of the day, they shot a lot of three-pointers. They shot 29 three-pointers. They made 11. They shot 38%. They shot 38% from three. And that is their average. I think the average is about 36, 37%. So they shot a little above their average. It is what it is. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned about that because teams that play that style of play has no chance of beating us. They have no chance of beating us because they're going to get shots. They're going to get shots up because they shoot the three very well. They shoot the three well. They're going to get shots. They are Division I basketball players for a reason, y'all. They're on scholarship for a reason. Okay? So they can shoot the ball well. They shoot a high percentage. So they're going to get some open shots. We ain't going to shut down, just because we're South Carolina, we can just shut everybody down. They're trying to make their money too. They trying to win the game as well. So I'm not concerned about that. But thanks for the comment, Glenn. Robert, keep stacking the wins. Lady Gamecocks for sure. Nolan, great game. Te-Hina, I hope that our Cardoso is okay. I hope Cardoso is okay. She, twisted ankle a little bit. It looked like the left ankle. If somebody gets some information while we are online, somebody let me know, but here's the thing, right? If she has an ankle sprain, which it looks like she has an ankle sprain, we don't play again to December 30th. December 30th, that's 11 days. 11 days, the girls go on Christmas break, come back, and then we play again against East Carolina, okay? So she has time. If it is serious enough for her to miss time, she has 11 days to get that ankle ready to play against East Carolina. So we'll see. Hope she is. It was minor because she came down the court and blocked the shot to try to go. And it was something, right? So that little guard tried to do the little isolation play against Cardoso, and I told my wife, she's going to block that into the stands. And what she did, she blocked into the first row. With a bad ankle. So Kamilla Cardoso, we got to send out the prayer warriors. Send out all the prayer warriors for Kamilla Cardoso to make sure that she is healthy and ready for conference play. I wouldn't even play against East Carolina. East Carolina got a pretty good team, though. Their net ranking, I want to say 68. They got a pretty good team, but we can beat East Carolina handily without Kamilla Cardoso. And I said, just get ready for SEC play. If it is serious enough. Today, young bodies heal up quick. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Dimitri Glenn, Chloe, though. Facts. Chloe put it in work tonight. She put in work. She put the conference on notice. Like, can you get, I don't know what the criteria is for most improved player in the conference. I don't know what the criteria is, but whatever the criteria is, Chloe should be in the running for winning that award. I know that. She should be in the running for winning that award. Through 11 games, Chloe's putting up numbers, y'all. She is putting up numbers. And with her putting up the numbers that she's putting up 21 points tonight, 10 for 12 in the field. I'm trying to pull up her season stats. 10.7 rebounds. She's balling. And I like the confidence that she shows. And I like the confidence she shows since she's been playing, but she has that added confidence now. Bree Hall showing that added confidence. Like, I know I am good. I know I can get to my spots. I'm going to make this shot. That's that confidence they have right now. Robert, sometimes three ball will fall. Only one player did get hurt on the three ball. Good win. Yep, good win, great win. Cam TV, got to learn how to finish the fourth quarter and stop being careless with turnovers. So we go to the fourth quarter. So fourth quarter was the time that all the backups played. Most of the backups played in the fourth quarter, for the bulk of the quarter. So what you saw when we had, Sahnya Jah on the floor, we had Tessa Johnson. We had, Fulwiley. We had Sania Feigin. We had Sakima Walker. So if we do like most teams do, if we did like Bowling Green did tonight and play all our starters up into 1 minute of the basketball game, we would have scored 120 points. 120 points. But that's not, and using the finish the game, that's not what Coach Staley and what old Captain Will wants to see. What I want to see is Tessa get more minutes, get better. I want to see Sakima get more minutes, get better. I want to see Feigin, who had a little swag tonight, a little bit, blocked that shot and looked at that girl. I want to see that. That's what I want to see. So finishing the fourth quarter against a team that you already up by 40 don't really matter to me. It don't really matter to me. It doesn't matter to me at all. Some people might have their own opinion about that. That's how I feel. What you need to do in that fourth quarter, if you up by 30, 40 points, put in the backups and let them get run. Let them get run. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. More question about Cardoso. Justin, I enjoyed watching the Bowling Green squad play to the final buzzer. Them girls who relish in the moment playing a squad like South Carolina. It was, I knew it was going to be a full arena. They have a small gym. I think it seats like 4,000, maybe 5,000, in that arena. But you knew it was going to be a full spot because it's like a traveling circus, man. It's just like when the Harlem Globetrotters are in town, like Charlotte when the Hornets are playing the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody want to be to that game. That's how it is when South Carolina goes to an away game. Goes to a away game because they can judge. You had a whole lot of Bowling Green people there who going to support their team for sure. But they also want to see the team that is ranked number one, the coach, who is one of the best, in my opinion, the best, and these outstanding players and how their team matches up against them. It was a lot of Bowling Green fans there who trying to get some hugs, trying to take some pictures, trying to get some stuff, autograph. Saw that one sign said, "All I want for Christmas is a go to the Gamecocks game and get a picture with Dawn Staley." That is South Carolina coming there. It's like Christmas for them. It's like Christmas. Women's basketball Christmas coming to their arena. That's how it was. Great crowd. Yeah, Te-Hina, great crowd. Great crowd. Great crowd. They was hyped. They was lit for sure. Michelle Malone. Bree Hall is amazing, and Chloe the mid-range kits was balling. Chloe the mid-range kits. She hit a few of those mid-range jumpers that I've been praying for, that I've been hoping that she would take, because I seen her in high school knocking them things down. So now she hitting that mid-range shot, hitting those shots in the basket, getting some rebounds, passing the ball, doing what she does. Chloe Kids putting in that work, y'all. Putting in that work. Te-Hina, I would beat BG by 30 at home. They sure did. They beat them by 30 at home. And it was 99-65. 99-65. We won 93-62. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Jack Nimmons, I love how you can't just key on one player for us. You never know who will have the hot hand each night. I'm taking a shot of Jack Daniels tonight, Cap. I appreciate the comment, and I appreciate you taking a shot of Jack Daniels. I don't have any Jack here. And me and my wife need to make a run and get some Jack Daniels. I'm out. I got no Jack. I don't have none. I was when we was on vacation in Cancun, they didn't have Tito's vodka, so I was drinking Absolute vodkas, lemon flavored, mango flavored, that type stuff. Had to get used to it. Yeah, more stuff on Cardoso. Yeah, we hope that Cardoso is fine. We hope that she is a quick healer and everything will be fine, which I expect, And Christopher Jones started out on fire, Cap. They had the nerve to actually be booed like Te-Hina, you got your tequila. I had what am I drinking? Vodka. I'm drinking vodka. That's what I'm drinking. Hats off Chloe and Bree. They came to play, y'all. She did. They did. Bree was knocking them down the first quarter. I'm like, what in the world? I'm like, see you. My wife talking about, yeah, I see you, girl. Yeah, I see you, Bree. Doing all that mess. I'm like, whoa. Bree was putting in that work, y'all. Telling you. Great homecoming for Hall and Walker. Yeah. Sakima Walker from Ohio as well, from Columbus. Can't forget about that. You know, Sakima's becoming more confident. She didn't play as well as she did against Presbyterian. But you know, she's in the spot, in the place at the right time, and she's getting better. Nolan, you made a great point. Really great game call on TV. On point, research, and giving credit where credit was due. Nolan, you bring up a huge point. Because those announcers were from Bowling Green. They were from Bowling Green. So you have the they called an unbiased game. They called it an unbiased game. They did do their research on South Carolina. And I really appreciate that. Other than the generic stuff that you see other networks do. You know, so they did a really good job covering South Carolina, doing a couple stories about South Carolina, digging a little deeper than other announcers do. So I really do appreciate that. And giving love to their team. You know, so I have nothing to say about the announcers tonight. Nothing. Other than that, they were good. And Nolan, you bring up a great point. Ronnie McKnight. Ashlyn's been pretty consistent all year. It's you know what, Ashlyn Watkins is a really good player because you watching the game, you're like, she should have made that play, or she could have made that play, or that play should have been, you know, followed up. But you look at the stats, it's like, oh shoot, she had 9.7 rebounds, but 3 block shots. You know, is with Watkins, who is a young player, who's a sophomore, is a young player who's growing, who's trying to find her spots, still has, you know, it sometimes have that issue of offensive, doing offensive turnover in terms of offensive foul. But she's a growing young player. She's getting better. She rebounds the ball well. She scores. She has a soft touch, y'all. She has a soft touch. She can block shots. She's averaging close to 3 block shots a game in about 19 minutes of play. So Ashlyn Watkins is and her and Chloe are dominating the power forward position for us. And that duo, that inside duo of Ashlyn, Chloe, Kamilla is dominant. It's dominant. We have a dominant inside presence. All of them do things a little different. But yeah, it's a couple games where she's not consistent because when you have these young players who are getting a lot of minutes now, you're going to see some inconsistency, especially early in the season. We're 11 games in now. All thing plays out, we'll be playing 40 this year. Okay? So continue to watch the growth, continue to watch the improvement. That's what it is, man. That's what it is. Tayana, I'm absolutely loving this basketball team. Also, family, for those who have not followed me on Twitter, follow your boy on Twitter, Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram, Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. Make sure you subscribe, all that cool stuff. Make sure you subscribe and all that stuff. So many good comments. Mocha Latte, good evening, everybody. Welcome back, girl. Welcome back. Terrell Stevens, done finished my liquor cap. You better get ready because we're going to do another shot at the 45-minute mark. So you better go get another shot glass or something ready and put something in it because we'll be doing another shot in about 15 minutes. So you have the 15-minute warning. Smoking gun, pow pow, shooting that thing. That's from Robert. Man, I like that. Smoking gun, pow pow. I like it. Bang, bang, pow, pow. Talisha Webb. Ooh, Tayana said, Haley, who? Ooh, I love that. Haley, ooh. Nah, we got the right one. We got the right one who really wanted to be here, family. Te-Hina Paopao really wanted to be a South Carolina Gamecock. Really want to be and she's going to be in the running. She will be in the running for SEC Player of the Year. She would, because when you're doing, and this is Captain Will because it's my show, so I'm going to say this right here. If you're on the best team, if you're on the best team in the country, and we're the best team in the country, the best player on the best team should win those type of awards. It's not about the stats of you stacking stats because your other players are inferior. You're taking all the shots. You're talking about the best team in the country, y'all. And we have a monster: Te-Hina Paopao, Kamilla Cardoso, Chloe, Raven. I mean, so many different. Bree is coming on like a freaking freight train. You know what I'm saying? So, and then it's a long time before we can talk about those special awards. Those special awards. But if you lead the conference in three-point shooting, well over 50%, you're averaging double figures for this team that is stacked, where you have 6 or 7 players in double figures. You got to be kidding me. Hit pitch, subpar performance. Hit pitch, I don't know who you are. Subpar performance, beating a team that's ranked 111th in the country out of 360 teams. And we won by 31 points. Could have been more. Didn't crack 100. I'm not sure why 100 is the ratio that we should be scoring, because if that was the case, you just keep the starters. You just play 7 players and you'll get 120 every game. You know, defensive breakdowns, offensive lapses. Hockey. Trying to keep my composure. Hit pitch, because I know you mean well. Defensive breakdowns. This team plays, which is number one in the country in terms of defensive efficiency. You are watching the number one basketball team in defense right now. Through 11 basketball games, South Carolina is the number one team that plays defense. So if we have defensive breakdowns at number one in the country, what about the teams that are 20th, 40th, 60th in the country in defensive rating? That's what I'm talking about. The number one, we are the number one team in the country in defense. Not 50th, not 240th, not 4th, not 5th, number one. So as long as we are number one, I can't nitpick anything in that regard, because we're number one, which means we're better than everybody else. So again, if we are number one and we are complaining at times about defensive lapses, defensive breakdowns, I mean, damn, all the rest of the teams who ain't number one, they wish that they could be as good defensively as South Carolina. You know, so because you got to break down the ratings and you got to do this and there to do that. All I know is South Carolina right now has a 25th, 26th ranked strength of schedule, and we're 5th in offensive efficiency, and we're 1st in defensive efficiency. Okay, that's all I have to say in terms of that. Only out rebounding them by 7. We only out rebounding them by 7 because we shot damn near 60%. So if you're shooting close to 60%, you ain't gonna have a whole lot of rebounds. I mean, Iowa beat them by 34. We only beat, bro, and still missing free throws, bro. I'm just saying, bro. But we were 77% from the free throw line tonight. 77% from the free throw line tonight. We are normally 61% from the free throw line. Today, we was close to 80% from the free throw line. That is exceptional free throw shooting for South Carolina basketball. Hit pitch, I love your comment, but bro, pump your brakes. Pump your brakes. Robert, we're a well-rounded team that shares the basketball, y'all. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I didn't talk about a couple other players. Let's talk about Raven Johnson. Let's talk about Raven. I haven't talked about Raven yet. Raven had 5 points. 1 for 2 from 3, 4 assists, 2 steals, played good defense, doing what she does. The stats don't probably pop out, because she only took 4 shots and 2 threes, made 1 of them, but still 50% from 3 wasn't needed. So she's shooting well over 40% herself from the from the 3-point line. I ain't talking about Raven. I did not talk about Cardoso. I talked about a little bit. She had 11 points, 5 for 7 from the field goal range. 5 big assists. Kamilla Cardoso is a good passer. I tell you that she's a good passer as a basketball player. She's a great passer as a post player. She does so many good passes. She does. Maybe it's her length that she's able to see over the top and get it to whoever. But I like Kamilla Cardoso's game. I ain't gonna say I love Kamilla Cardoso's game. She plays within herself. She looks like she's having a lot of fun on the court. We all talk about that. She looks like she's having a ball on the basketball court. And it's been like that since she's been at South Carolina. That has not changed, Who else I'm gonna talk about? Fulwiley. I'm talking about Malaysia. Malaysia had 6 points, 0 for 2 from the 3, 2 for 8 overall from the field. Fulwiley's gonna have some of those games. She's gonna have some of those games where she don't shoot the ball well. Then she needs to get to the basket, which she did, and she shot 2 for 2 from the free throw line. So, and with every game that Fulwiley does, she had 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. They don't credit her for a block shot. I know for sure she had a block shot. So it's just a growth period. Sometimes you're gonna be on, sometimes you're gonna be off. That is Fulwiley. So Tayana, will you be attending the ECU game in Greenville? I will not be attending that game. I won't be attending that game. See, now you got me thinking about it, Tiana. I hadn't planned on going to the game because we're doing, it's New Year's Eve the next day, and East Carolina's 4 hours away from me. So, we got to turn up New Year's Eve, got to turn up, got to do our things. But as of right now, I will not be attending that game. Flatline, they were hitting their threes. Fred got a good team. Do not be surprised that this basketball team, Bowling Green, makes a lot of noise in their conference and potentially win their conference. Don't be surprised. Fred Chimo is doing well with those girls. He's doing well with those girls. And if they able to do well in their conference, which I expect them to do well, you might see these girls in the tournament. You might see Bowling Green in the tournament. LK Life. Hey, Cam Will, what's up? How you doing? LK Life, we play good tonight. Everyone comes at 100%. Comes at 110%. But Don has our girls ready. That's the burden of being number one. That is the burden of being number one. Because when you're number one, everybody wants to take down the champion. Everybody comes with that extra oomph trying to take out the champ because you want to make your name by beating the number one team in the land. Not just the number one team in the land. Number one team for the last 6 years. Look it up. We have won more basketball games than anybody else in the last 6 years. That's South Carolina basketball. So when you're looking at the standard is Carolina. Okay? That is the standard. Everything else falls below us. Will we win a championship? I don't know. We'll be there. We will be there. When it's time to go to the Final Four, South Carolina will be there. And it'll be up to this young team led by Dawn Staley to win the championship. But I know we're making the Final Four. I know that. And I can say this prediction right now. We're making the Final Four the next 4 years. I can say that. With the level of players we have in this basketball team, the level of recruiting that we have coming to South Carolina now, past, future. Yes, I can say that. I hope Cardoso would be good for SEC play, because to me, Walker cannot play 25 to 30 minutes in the SEC. That's for Kimberly Page. You know, Kimberly, first off, thank you for the comment. I thank you for all the comments that you be putting out, because you've been rocking with me for a long time. So if Cardoso was to go with injury for an extended amount of time, I don't see Sakima playing 25, 30 minutes a game. I really don't. I think, in my humble opinion, if Cardoso was to go out for an extended amount of time, you would see a lineup where you would have Ashlyn Watkins as your center. You have Ashlyn Watkins as your center, Chloe playing the 4, Bree Hall playing the 3, Te-Hina playing the 2, Raven playing the 1. And then you have Sania Feigin moving up in the role of what Ashlyn Watkins is doing right now. You have Sakima Walker maybe getting about 15, 18 minutes a game if that was to occur. I don't think that, because at the end of the day, she's 6'5", but Ashlyn Watkins is a better player. She's a better player. So you would go to your 6'3" power forward who can play center, who can jump out the gym. That's what I believe. That's what I believe will happen. But prayers up that Kamilla is okay. Kels, that team that won the title was deeper, 1 through 13. You talking about the 22 team, Kels? You talking about that team? I was deeper. I don't know. I have to actually think about it. Was deeper 1 through 13. I have to think about that. Oh, Tayana, you said, I'm reading your comment. You said what I said. So we thinking the same lines. Walker will replace Cardoso if she sits. Walker is not ready. You thinking the same. We're on the same wavelength, girl. Same wavelength. LK Life. Chloe is like Asia. Okay. LK Life, pump your brakes. Pump your brakes now. You in rarefied air. You talking about Asia Wilson. Pump your brakes. Mocha Latte, Chloe put in that work this summer, and it shows. She's getting better and better every game. Kels, with Chloe's skill set, she can get 20 every night. It's really cool to see the way she plays. And her skill set fits perfectly with this basketball team. Perfectly. And she's going to be the most improved player in the SEC. Yes, she will. Nolan Watkins was ferocious as usual tonight. Did you see? Well, of course, y'all saw. It was fighting for the basketball and doing the jump ball. And Watkins had a hand on the ball. I can't remember who had the ball for them. It might have been Lexi Fleming who had the ball. And Watkins picked up the ball, and Lexi Fleming was holding the ball from the floor, and she lifted her off the court. I was like, what country is strong? Ashlyn Watkins, what her family fed her? Because that's straight up country strong strength. I know she lift weights and she's the strongest player on the team, but that's country strong. Those are type people in the country, boy. They do whatever. Those are when you never fight because they're country strong. You got dudes who are skinny, about 140 pounds, but country strong who will light you up. Ashlyn Watkins is country Carolina strong. I'm like, oh my God. How tall is Sania Feigin, fam? She looked big tonight. Sania Feigin is 6'3" and some change. And I know that specifically, but I stood beside her and I like, damn. Yeah, she tall. Terrell Stevens, Big Cap. What up? What up? How everybody doing? Feigin too strong to play these girls. Needed her on the men's team. Boy, you tripping. All right, we are 45 minutes in, and you already know the assignment. And this goes for everybody who made it this far at the 45-minute mark. We do our second shot of the night. And tonight I have my Miami Beach shot glass. So, second shot of the night, celebrating victory, celebrating the girls doing so well in Ohio, travel safely back home. Then they go on their Christmas break. Everybody be safe. All the babies come home safe. Enjoy. Cheers. Let's go. Another great home crowd for sure. Great home crowd. Phenomenal home crowd. I loved it. When the game going, I told my wife, I said, I love it that they fill the gym up, and I love it that they got their hometown, announcers, because you're gonna get a better product. You get a better product when the hometown announcers are calling the game, because you're not sent by the network who've been doing an hour of research. They know the ins and outs of course, their team, but also knows the ins and outs of their opponent that's coming in to play. That's what they do. Risky 33. Gamecocks play the whole game. When they bench, come in, they always play hard because they are hungry for minutes. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. So at the 45-minute, I want to do something different. We call this hot topics, because I know everybody's sending questions in anyway, but I'm just do some hot topics, and y'all just send, I want some non-basketball questions, a couple non-basketball questions. We say I answer about 3 of them. Non-basketball questions, and I give you my opinion, unless it's crazy. I ain't giving you my opinion. It's something crazy or too crazy. Something crazy I will, but not too crazy. Austin Jackson, do you think Chloe's game can eventually develop similar to Cameron Brink's game at Stanford? I think that Chloe's game, wow. Well, she's not as big as Cameron Brink. Let's begin there. But her size is 6'2", and getting better and getting confident and I'm going to continue to get stronger. I really can't give you. I would say not Cameron Brink. I would say that, not Cameron Brink. But can you imagine Chloe with a 3-point shot? Because she don't shoot threes. But if she had the ability to add that to the repertoire, and I expect her as to continue to grow in that aspect, man, her senior year, she could be really special. Really special. Sean Hill, man, Breezy is going to be a problem for the girls in the tournament. She's smart and a sniper. Breezy Hall is having an outstanding season. She is shooting the lights out. The last 6 games, she has been shooting the lights off the ball. Let's say this right here. Breezy Hall, the last 6 games, 5 out of the last 6 games, Breezy Hall is shooting about 71% from the 3-point line. Okay? 5 out of the last 6 games. That one time against Utah, she was like 0 for 2, 0 for 3. 5 out of the last 6 games, she's shooting 71% from the 3. If you throw in those couple of misses that she had against Utah, that's still 60-some% from the 3-point line over the last 6 games. So I probably use that as a better metric. The basket is huge for Breezy Hall right now. She looks unstoppable right now. She really does. LK Life, love for Lady Gamecocks. All of them are out there for each other. They play so hard and for each other. They sure do. Really unselfish. I love the camaraderie of the basketball team, supporting each other on the bench, off the bench, during timeouts, all those things. They love the energy that they display. Is awesome. It's awesome. Robert, I was not going to say, but I was thinking Breanna Stewart. I was thinking Breanna Stewart without the 3. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't say it. So Robert, we feeding the same, man. Mocha Latte, but did Iowa have their starters in the entire game? I don't know, but I tell you this right here. You know, we can pull this up. I can see how many minutes. See how many minutes they played. Can I see that? Let me see. Well, I mean, we could begin right here. Caitlin Clark played 32 minutes. She took 20 shots. She took 11 3-pointers. 11 3-pointers and made 2 of them. Okay. She finished with 24 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. So didn't play the whole game, but she took a third of the shots. Didn't play the whole game. 32 minutes is 32 minutes. So just judge it by that. Judge it by that. Terrell Stephen need to get together at a bar before a home game. That sounds good to me. Go to a bar, get some wings, chop it up. That sounds good to me. Okay, I know you can hear me from VA screen. They're great announcers. Great announcers. Yeah. Shout out to Coach Chimo too. He has those girls hooping. Sean Hill for sure. Terrell Stevens Watkins needs to develop some more post moves, and she will. She will. She played 1 year, and then now she's getting extended minutes. So that time is coming. That time is coming. She is not a finished product. The time is coming. Austin Jackson, Robert, I would love to see Chloe increase her shooting range. Kamilla had a shot from the free throw line, pass it up. And you know what? Kamilla can hit that shot. She can hit that shot. She get that shot. And Chloe is stepping out a little further with her mid-range jumper. She shot a couple times tonight, and both of them went in. So let's keep going. Jonathan McQueen, Chloe and Watkins don't play at the same time. I don't know why. Well, I think that they are both of them are playing the power forward position. One comes out, the other one comes in. They substitute, and they play about 37, 38 minutes of time together, So Chloe averages about 21 points, 21 minutes a game. About 21 minutes a game. Watkins averages about 19 and a half minutes a game. So we don't have somebody playing 30 minutes a game and, stat stuffing or any of those crazy different situations. Chloe comes in, she does what she has to do. She moves on. Watkins come in, get her 9.7 rebounds, couple block shots, and she moves out too. So just looking at the stats in terms of minutes played, Kamilla, no, let's do this. We do Raven average 29 minutes a game, Te-Hina 27, Cardoso 26, Bree Hall 26, Chloe 20, Fulwiley 19, Watkins 17, Tessa Johnson up to 15 minutes a game now. They are slowly incrementing more and more of Tessa Johnson. Her length is outstanding, 6'1". Her jumper is unbelievable. She has this high arcing jumper that's so sweet, so sweet. Cordelia Cooper, what's up, girl? Hi, Cam Will Cobra. Chloe is her. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. War NG, what's up, my guy? I thought Cardoso was going to take a leap and be the best player on the team, but she is who she is at this point. In my humble opinion, Te-Hina Paopao is the best player on this basketball team. I think she's the best player on this basketball team. And at this point, if I had to do assessment of the best players on this team, number 1 is Te-Hina. Number 2 is Kamilla. Number three, I would say number 3 is Raven. Raven's averaging about 10 points a game and 6.5 assists, close to 3 steals a game, playing good defense, shooting the basketball at a very high clip this year. Very high clip. Yeah. 10 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 steals, 52% from the field, and 44% from 3-point line. That's Raven Johnson. So those are my top 3. Those are my top 3. But you got Bree Hall, who is trending fast. You got Chloe, who is trending fast. So at the 10, 11 game mark, that would change. That possibly could change at the 20 game mark. If Chloe continues to ball out like she's been balling out, that could change. But Te-Hina Paopao, in my opinion, is the best player on the South Carolina basketball team, and she should be first team All SEC this year. Facts. Tom Ellis, you crazy. I don't know if you commented before, but you funny. Can you see Chloe pulling a Larry Bird one day and say she and she says, you got a white girl covering me? Oh my God. Yo, I love having these debates with younger generation. And we talking about, LeBron and D Wade and KD and all these different players, man. And I'm always that cat. Jordan is the best player of all time, right? Number 2 is Kobe. Okay. But because the young cats be looking at me crazy when I say Larry Bird is top 5 in NBA. And I'm gonna die, since he brought up Larry Bird, Larry Bird actually said that. Larry Bird said that, in the basketball game. You know what I'm saying? So Larry Bird talked more junk than anybody in the NBA. Anybody in the NBA. But Larry Bird was 6'9", can play out of the world. I'm talking about that Larry Bird before all those injuries, 3-time MVP, all those cool things. He was the truth. So, young folks be looking at me like, what you talking about, Larry Bird? I'm telling you, Larry Bird was unbelievable. Unbelievable. I watched Jordan play against Boston, and Jordan had 63 points, and Boston still won because they had Larry Bird. Still won the game. You know what I'm saying? So that was Jordan at his athletic prime. But you got me talking about Jordan and Larry Bird. We were talking about basketball. We talking about this team, okay? She is Bree Wayne. She is Bree Wayne. Man, the girls look checked out for the holidays of this game. Well, 90-some points and winning by 30-plus points against a top third team in the country. Top third team, in this country. Top, 33%, and okay. No, the closed WNBA draft year is 2026. Can't wait to see it all unfold. You've got a long time. We got a long time to watch Chloe grow. Got a long time to watch her get better. And then we start talking about WNBA draft. Jonathan McQueen Chloe should get a huge credit for the offseason work. True love of the game. Focus on putting in work and never discussing NIL. She puts in the work. Silent but deadly. Chloe, the Swiss Army knife. She showed that tonight. She's been showing it a good portion this year. She really did. Tiana, I want more from Raven. Tonight, I wanted more from Raven. I did. I wanted more from Raven. And Warren G. Jah upset Dawn tonight. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. I was like, whoa. I was like, but Dawn, reason I like Dawn because nobody gets a break. Nobody gets a break. And if you screw up, she's going to let you know. I love coaches who do that. So there's no room for error. There's no room for error. If you make a mistake or it's a horrid mistake, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know. I'm not going to wait until after the game. I'm not going to wait until we watch a film. I'm going to let you know right now. I love that. Mr. J, I would say that this wasn't our best performance statistically. We were fine with the team, but this team hustle, however, their scout on us was no doubt easy, as no coach knows our personnel like their coach does. You are so right, Mr. J. I mean, Chema been with the game, what, 10 years? Knows all the players up and down, know their tendencies, know their habits, know where they want to eat, know where they sleep, know all the stuff that a coach knows. Know all the stuff. So oh my God. Love. Y'all complain too much in the comments. Never say anything good. But y'all even fans? I love you, funny. A lot of time. I think this I already said that we spoiled. We are spoiled South Carolina fans because we expect straight up video game numbers every single time from this young team. We do. We expect so much from this basketball team. So much. But, and to this point, through 11 games, we've lived up to it. I was the one that said, before the season began, I saw us losing 4 or 5 basketball games during the regular season because I did not know how quickly this team would gel. Well, they gelled the first freaking game. Okay, they gelled the first game against Notre Dame and beat a really good Notre Dame team by 30, and then beat a really good Maryland team by 40. So that surprised me. That surprised me because I didn't really know what to expect against Notre Dame. I did not, and what we saw was amazing. So, Talisha, well, wow, the complaints tonight. You're right. We're not accustomed to having a team that can win a championship. Felicia Webster, do you think Cardoso is better than Betts? No, I think Betts is better than Cardoso. I think she is. But I mean, Cardoso is a really good player. I just think Betts is better. Low key, love some really not. Cap got this podcast jumping for real. Low key, what's up? Robert, you wait till Chloe and Joyce get together next year. The 1-2 punch. Oh my God. I cannot wait until Joyce Edwards steps foot in South Carolina next year. I can't wait for it to happen. Joyce Edwards so athletic, so gifted, 6'2", 6'3", so special. So special. The minutes sharing is the rotation is gonna be a little different next year when Joyce show up. And also when Adele Tack, hopefully she'll be, healthy when the season begins. It's gonna be different, y'all. It's gonna be different. Okay, so this is up. I'm just saying. Marvelous. We will contend for the natty. It all depends on how fast they learn what the coaches want them to do on a consistent basis. Good comment, bro. She is Bree Wayne. Chloe so damn good. Her offseason is showing. Team USA during the summer was amazing for her. Putting on some extra weight, getting stronger was amazing for her. Staying healthy is amazing for her. You can tell she worked in the game. You can tell. It is awesome. Michelle J. Hey, party people, GTL family, listen while driving home for work. Michelle J., be safe out in them streets. Be safe. I know you up in, I know you catching on a little late, but I know how you do. So, G. Capwell, yes, we are a great basketball team, but I worry about the lapses in defense, especially when we play higher ranked teams. We need to improve on boxing out, putting a body on the opponent. Yes. There's room for improvement on this basketball team. There is. There is. It is. But at the end of the day, we're number one for a reason. And I ain't talking about no dumb AP poll. I'm talking about the net ranking. We're number one for a reason. Offensively and defensively, we special. Kaheem Patrick, that fourth quarter was trash. I really like Chloe, though. She really put in the work. Fourth quarter was a lot of backups, fam. There's a lot of backups. Fourth quarter, we didn't have our quote unquote hired guns out there balling. You didn't have Te-Hina. You didn't have Bree. You didn't have it. You had a lot of players who are excellent players. Don't get me wrong, because the players that were on that played the bulk of the fourth quarter, most of them are 5-star recruits. Okay, so the talent level is different, but Bowling Green still was rocking with their first team, and we had our backups in. So it took a little time. The consistency of it wasn't really fluid. But it's all good. So G, when the ball goes up, we do this consistently. It's a wrap for anyone who plays with us, for sure. If we play Carolina basketball, we will beat anybody for sure on our schedule. And there will be anybody in the tournament. I really believe that. We play our brand of basketball. We will do that against anybody we play. Anybody we play. And that includes LSU. That includes UConn. That includes anybody we play. If we play our brand of basketball, stay out of foul trouble, don't commit 23 turnovers like we did against Utah, we'll be fine. Low key, if you're talking about the 22 team, only Henderson and Boston cooked in that championship game in offense, but the whole team put up a good defensive game. Yeah, you're right, low key. Mario Gunter, still don't see why Feigin doesn't play more. And I love Sania Feigin, but Chloe, Mario, Chloe at this point this season is better than Sania Feigin. Ashlyn Watkins at this point in the season is better than Sania Feigin. That's what it is. We've seen the body of work through 10, 11 games. We've seen it. So that's why. So you playing Sania Feigin more, you're taking Chloe or taking Chloe and Ashlyn Watkins out the game when they have showed this season that they are better players. Now, the game, it could change over the next 10 games. Sania Feigin might hit her spot and start playing well, and we see a rotation change. But up to this point, Sania isn't as good as Chloe or Ashlyn Watkins. Thus, in cases like this, you trust Dawn Staley because we're not privy to all the practices that these ladies go through. We wasn't privy to the workouts, things like that. So that's pretty much what it is. Flatline saying Chloe might be better than Asia Wilson. Fam, stop it. Okay, like Watkins flips track the tires. I had my ROTC students doing that. I sure did. I had my JRTC students flipping tires at practice. It's called Raider practice. Competition against other schools. So I sure did. You're gonna flip these tires the whole football field. They were strong. Watkins can carry a small calf to and from the bar. Marvelous. I love that comment. That's too funny. Mario Gunter, Walker seems like her body's still developing, runs awkwardly. Okay. Marvin Buckhalter, I'm concerned with the number of players on the team in the event that someone goes down. Most teams have 13 players. I agree with you. Most teams have about 13 players, but most teams who have 13 players don't have 9 McDonald's All-American on their basketball team. So you might have quantity. On their on those teams, but ain't nobody in basketball. There's no team in basketball can say that they have 9 McDonald's All-Americans on their basketball team. And I count Chloe Kiss because she should have been a McDonald's All-American if she didn't show up early for school. But we have 9. We have 9 5-star players on this basketball team. Okay, so I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned with the number of players that we have. I mean, 11 players is a lot of players. 11 players is a lot of players. And when the games matter, you're not going to play 11 players. The games matter, you're going to play 7, 8 players. Okay? So we have that luxury. If a player goes down, now we can use Kamilla Cardoso as an example. Kamilla Cardoso going to be at this point, top 4 pick in the WNBA draft in the spring. She goes down. We put Ashlyn Watkins in at center. Ashlyn Watkins is 12th ranked in the 2022 recruiting class. Right now, she's averaging this is the gig, right? She's averaging 9.7 rebounds, 9.7 rebounds, and 3 blocks a game in 19 minutes of play. 17 minutes of play. 9.7 rebounds in 17 minutes of play. So if Kamilla Cardoso goes down, like I said before, she's gonna be the first one up. And she'll bump that 17 minutes to about 24, 25 minutes a game. So Ashlyn Watkins will be averaging a double-double easily. So that's the scenario with that. We ain't 4 deep. We 5 deep at the guard position. 5. So starting Raven, starting Te-Hina, starting Bree Hall, and then having Fulwiley and Tessa Johnson come off the bench, that is sensational. So if somebody gets hurt or missing some time like Te-Hina did, like Tessa did. Raven sat out a game. I don't have a concern about the numbers. I really don't. So Marvin Buckhalter, I mean, I feel you what you're saying. Most teams do have 13 players, but those 13 players, some of them girls ain't gonna play. You know what I'm saying? Some of them girls you ain't gonna put in the basketball game. A lot of them girls you ain't gonna put in the basketball game, especially against the top team. You know what I'm saying? So at this point with us, you feel pretty comfortable. If we had a couple injuries, it'd be some rotation changes. But we talent wise, man, bro, it's crazy. Christopher Jones, Cap. You can best believe the day we take an L is going to be all over ESPN, but we're not now. You are absolutely right. It's going to be a lead story. Lead story. South Carolina women's basketball team loses to such and such team. Because like you bring up a great point. Because you know that LSU game is going to be on Thursday night, 7:00 p.m., whatever it is. Going to be rocking the prime time. Everybody, they're going to be doing a full court press at this game. Full court press. Because ESPN love LSU. And when they want, I can't say that they want us to lose. I ain't going to say nothing like that. But you're going to see a whole lot of LSU commercials. I know that one. You're going to see that. So, I ain't going to say we're going to play the spoiler because we're going to be favored in that basketball game. Right now, the early lines is us by 10 against LSU. Yeah, us by 10 against LSU. The LSU ain't played no damn body. So, don't get me off of the rant about LSU. I don't want to do that. Robert said this team is deeper than the 2022 team and better. I said before, we had this conversation last night, and I think it's the best team that we've ever had at South Carolina. Some agree, some disagree, but I think it will prove that over the course of time that this will be the best team that South Carolina's ever had. Kels, Feigin was about to drag Peely last week. They ain't let her work. Okay, bro. James Hickson, first of all, there ain't nobody in the country who's gonna drag Peely. Nobody. That girl is straight up something else. Okay. James Hickson, did Breezy stay in Ohio? Her parents were there. It goes back to like my kids. You remember, or y'all kids, everybody's kids, grandkids, whatever the case may be, whoever watching. It goes back to this thing like when you go. Here's an example. Like my kids still running track, D1 track, right? So we go out to a track meet, and you're like, okay, it sounds crazy, but you say, okay, I'm gonna sign him out. I'm gonna sign him out. He coming with me. You know what I'm saying? Coming with me and his mom. So, and then especially with it being Christmas break, I for sure believe that Breezy is in Ohio. She ain't making no trip back to North Carolina. I don't believe that. If I was the dad, I was like, sure, you staying right here. We going out to Sizzler tonight. So, for sure. Terrell Stevens, let's all turn up in Columbia. Here's a thing that I'm working on. I'm working on actually doing a show from like not a restaurant, probably like a sports bar or something. That's what I'm working on in Columbia. I think that'd be legit. That would be legit. Game Cloud Chuck, what's up, fam? What video setup you rocking? I'm rocking the StreamYard. That's what I'm doing. StreamYard. Yeah, check it out, man. Check it out with the stuff that you do. Check it out. Kels. Chloe got a 3-point shot. She did in high school. She did hit the 3. Country Nori Captain Will. Breeze so athletic is incredible. That's for Nolan. Kels, Sarah Strong mom played for WNBA, Charlotte Sting, and Staley back in the day. I wish I lived in Charlotte back then. I wish, but when the Charlotte Sting, let me see where I was. I want to say I was in Maryland. I think I was stationed in Maryland when that occurred. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Because that would have been straight up sensational with the Sting. Yeah. Yeah, I was early in my military career. So I wish. Herbert Williams. Hello, Captain Will. I was also known as Captain Will when I was in the Army. Did you go through OCS or college or ROTC? I went through OCS. And appreciate your service, my guy. I went to OCS. So I joined the Army as a private. Back in active duty in February 1996. Joined the Army as a private. First duty station was Fort Drum, New York. And I really joined the Army early on because I had I was going to college. I was actually going to Francis Marion in South Carolina. I was going to college and everything. And I had a young son. And I felt that the best way for me to take care of my young son was for me to go into the Army. So I had a son. When he was born, I was 19 years old. Almost 20. I joined the Army. I was 21. So I did 11 years enlisted. And I crossed over to the officer corps after 11 years, and I was a sergeant first class, and I went to being a lieutenant. So I did 11 years enlisted, did 11 years as an officer, then I retired. That's what it was. Yep. Well, appreciate the question, bro. And Herbert, what'd you do? Let me know. Did you do OCS or did you college or ROTC? Country Notary, Captain, non-basketball question. Recommend a restaurant for me to eat dinner when I come to UConn game and a sports bar to go watch the Super Bowl. Ooh. That is a good question. Let me think on that. Because I'm gonna get back with you because I want to give you some really good information. Matter of fact, email me or DM me on Twitter, and I hit you up. Because yes, UConn, that is Super Bowl weekend. That is special. That's gonna be a great day. UConn, South Carolina, Super Bowl. That's gonna be incredible. LKA Life. I remember when Asia was that skinny player, a little shy, and boom, she exploded, just like I think Chloe will. Well, here's the difference. Asia was the number 1 ranked player in the country when she came to South Carolina. She was the number 1 ranked player in high school basketball in the country. Asia was also 6'5". She was a center. A lot of different things, different dynamics than Chloe. Okay. So she didn't start her first year, and but she played a heap of minutes. So I love Chloe. You know what I'm saying? But let's pump the brakes on the Asia Wilson comparisons. All right, Asia Wilson is the greatest player to ever put on a garnet and black uniform. It's not debatable. She's the greatest player to ever play for South Carolina. She has a freaking statue out in front of Colonial Life Arena. Okay, so let's just pump the brakes. She's doing well. Let's continue to do well. Flatline, non-basketball. How many burpees can you do in a row before you pass out? I'm gonna tell you this right here. Here's the deal, right? So that's a good question. When at this point, my 48-year-old body can't do a whole lot of burpees. I can't do a whole lot of burpees. Okay, I used to, but what I'm doing now, because I put on weight since I retired. I really have put on weight since I retired. I'm still, but I my wife and I, we decided like we're gonna get back in shape, get back into our military area, lose. I got my little fat face going on, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna aggressively start back and get back to our fighting weight in the military. So like Like today I did 4.6 miles. 4.6 miles on the treadmill. That's what I did. So tomorrow I'm going to try to do about either 4.6 or 4.8 miles on the treadmill. Some running, some walking. Get back into my physical shape. So over the course of time, you're going to see Captain Will get back to a slimmer version of me, more of the military version of me, because I put on some weight. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta lose this. So how many burpees can I do before I pass out? I would say now 5. Nah, I 5.5. That's something I could do. Oh my God. Darwin E. I mean, come on, Watkins. Your backup 4 and average is 9.2 and almost 7 rebounds a back. Who else is doing that plus 3 blocks a game? Nobody. Not at all. Nope. Justin, what's up, guy? Tessa's going to be the truth. I seen she signed with Clutch Sports. Yep, that's LeBron's spot. I don't think they'll just sign anyone without seeing the talent and potential upside. That is big. Her signing with Clutch Sports, because we don't talk enough about NIL money for women's basketball, and it's a lot of different misconceptions about NIL, because the average viewer, the average public thinks that people are really, everybody's killing it in NIL. And that is like so far from the truth. So far from the truth. I don't know the space. I don't know the deal that Tessa got with Clutch Sports, but you make a great point. It is all about potential. All about potential. Dom 34 Captain, Will, you and the family have a great Merry Christmas. Safe travels back and forth in the chat room. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. And smash like and subscribe. It's an hour and 21 minutes in. For the ones who watching, who just tuned in, who've been on it for a few minutes, hit that subscribe button. You got a lot of YouTubers out there who say, hit the subscribe button, smash it, all that cool thing. But if you're watching me, if you're not subscribed, hit the button so you can continue to get the content. Put in your notifications. That's a key thing too. Put on notifications and say, oh, Captain Will's on. Let's check him out. Check that brother out. Also follow me on Twitter, Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram, Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. Keep doing so we can continue to spread this message. Justin Whitmore, Reebok signed Angel Reese, LOL. Yes, they did. Yeah, Reebok did sign Angel Reese. They did. She was it girl. More power to her. She was an it girl last year. But sometimes the it girl isn't the best player or ain't one of the best players. You know what I'm saying? No shade to Angel Reese though. I'm glad she getting her money. Adam Ritter, I agree with you completely. Hope Cardoso's injury is not serious. We need her. Watkins has grown so much as a player since coming to college. That's from Robert. She has. Darwin E. Hated Bird, but he was a beast. He sure was. He was a beast. A beast. Ethan Tremblay, Michael, Kobe, LeBron, Magic, Kareem. I agree with you, Michael and Kobe for sure. LeBron, I put LeBron. Magic, excellent. I mean, it's really about when you were born. It's like really you were born, But my top 5, my overall top 5 is Jordan number 1, Kobe number 2, LeBron somewhere at 3 or 4, Larry Bird somewhere at 3 or 4, Magic 3 or 4, and 5th, is debatable. 5th is debatable because I so many great players today, so many great players when I was a kid, so many great players before I was born, So Loki says 262 people in here and only 45 likes. Hit that like button if you're from a different fan base. You are absolutely right. Yeah, hit the like button. It really helps the algorithm. Hit pitch. Go watch Larry Bird setting the Celtics all-time single game scoring record against the Hawks on YouTube. Greatest exhibition of shooting you ever seen in a game. That was the game. Larry Bird and Dominique Wilkins was going at it. Yeah, I think that was the game. Justin and James going back and forth. That's funny. Ethan Tremblay, Chloe Kidd's mid-range jumper is money. I wish she would shoot it more. She's shooting a little bit more. More and more. She's extending that range, which she did in high school. I think she's becoming more and more confident in college now, and especially this year. Okay, like we were spoiled, but I sat in the stands in the 80s. You are the truth. You are the truth. Yeah, it's been a long ride. It's been a long ride for Carolina fans. It's been a long ride. And it starts with Dawn Staley. She's been 16 years. 16 years, and she won 80% of the games here. That's unbelievable. Especially the first few years when we weren't very good. So, oh my gosh. Jose Ramos, Captain Cardoso is an improving international player. Lauren is not. Well, she's older for one. She's older. Cardoso is 22 years old, almost 23 years old. Lauren Bess is much younger. She's much younger. And she will get that Olympic experience. She will get that international experience. She's been on, this is the cool thing about Lauren Bess has been on multiple under Team USA, under whatevers. So she has international experience, and that will continue to grow. That will continue to grow. I just think that Lauren is a better player right now. And again, Cardoso is a really, really good basketball player. It's going to be a top 5 pick in the WNBA draft. But I think Lauren will be better. And I think she's better right now. I just think she's better. Ethan Trimley, Milaysia Fulwiley is the female version of Kyrie Irving. Her handles are sensational. I like that comparison, especially for her handles. Her handles are sensational. I wish she would stop settling for the 3. I really do, because at this point, Milaysia Fulwiley is shooting under 30, about 31% from 3. 31% from the 3. So I wish she would get, because she can get to the basket almost at will. She really can. And I know in the constructs of Coach Staley's offense, is pass. You share the ball. We share the ball. But sometimes I think she's just settling for the 3 when she can get to the basket, But she is dope. She is. B. Harris Kiss is giving them buckets, effort, and defense solid. Yes, she is. Chloe Kardashian is putting in that work. Chloe Cobra is putting in that work. Chloe, I wish you would, is putting in that work. Yes, she is. Darwin, he also don't play 13. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Mostly only played 9 at the most. Yeah. 9. For sure. We get the Rebecca Lobo comment. Big B is the most versatile team we've ever had, by far. By far. Do Carolina have the most 5-star players? Yes. We have the most 5-star players. UConn is close. UConn got a bunch. But Carolina has the most talent. Yep, Big B Walker is from Ohio too. She's from Columbus. Breezy Hall is from Dayton. Big B, Cap, who's the front runner for Jelani Cambridge? I've been hearing Baylor. I've been hearing a lot about Baylor. I'm hearing a little bit about that. Cap, what's your thought on Southern Cal's ranking despite that weak schedule? Straight up, I don't know. The schedules will play out because the Pac-12 is deep. The Pac-12 is deep, and I'm not sure what their top 25 rank because I don't really look at the top 25. So the top 25, there are 6 in the country. Their net ranking, I want to say, is top 8. Let me see. Net ranking is 8th in the country. They have the 39th ranked strength of schedule. They've beaten 3 teams in the top 50. They've beaten Ohio State. They've beaten Seton Hall, and they've beaten Penn State. So all those teams at the time, currently Ohio State net ranking is 14th. They beat them 83-74. They beat Seton Hall by 10. Their net ranking is 34th, and they beat Penn State by 1. Okay, they're 24. Now, then you come up to these multiple not good teams. Cal Poly, San Diego, UC Riverside, Cal State, Fullerton. None of those teams are any good. Long Beach State, on Thursday. Not any good. But then they play UCLA. I think you'll see how good we will know how good Southern Cal is when they play UCLA. So they play UCLA, who's really good. They play Oregon State, who's good. Oregon, they'll blow out Oregon, and then they play UCLA again. So 2 out of the 5. Oh gosh, then they play Utah. See, this is the thing. The Pac-12 is so deep now. The Pac-12 is so deep. So starting December the 30th, they play UCLA, who's 6th net ranking. Oregon State, 30th. UCLA again, January the 14th, 6th in net ranking. Utah, who's 2nd in net ranking. Colorado, who's 23rd in net ranking. Washington State, 20th. Washington, 25th. Stanford, 3rd. That is a crazy schedule. Crazy schedule. So we will see what happens with Southern Cal when they play that unbelievable schedule. We'll see how good they are. We will. Tayana, Asia never beat UConn. I don't like statements like that because Asia wasn't playing by herself. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like those statements. I hate it in football too. Oh, Pat Mahomes hasn't lost to such and such team. But Pat Mahomes ain't playing defense. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that stuff. I don't like how is Asia, is South Carolina. You know, I don't like that. I don't like that. Non-basketball question, just from Jonathan McQueen. Why Charlotte? Why Charlotte, North Carolina, and not South Carolina to live? When my wife and I, we was deciding, because my last duty station was in West Point, New York. So my wife and I was trying to decide on where we were going to retire. We wanted to go to a place that was, we had a few criteria. We wanted to go to a place that has multiple sports teams, because a good portion of my military career, I wasn't able to support that stuff because of my job and her job too, because she was military too. So have multiple sports teams, and Charlotte has that with football, basketball, all the different stuff that Charlotte has. I want to go to a place that has a major airport. So whenever we want to travel, which is not a task. Want to go somewhere where it had a really good cost of living, so we get as much bang for our buck for the military retirement, disability, and things of that nature. Wanted to go to a city that was, a major city. So we want to go to a Broadway show. We go to a Broadway show. We want to go to a whatever restaurant. We go to that restaurant. Things like that. And then it also is not too far. My parents are getting older and stuff, so not too far from my folks. Not too far from my brother and sister in Atlanta. All those cool things. It really came down to Charlotte and San Antonio. Those were the two spots that we really considered. San Antonio is one of the best military towns in the country, and who knows, because we getting that itch right now about moving. We always get that itch, because we're not used to staying in one spot long. So it's a possibility that Charlotte is not our forever place. So that's what it was. Thank you for the question. Jonathan McQueen's may relocate as a family is definitely a scary thing. Is for individuals, or for most people, moving is not normal. It's not normal. You pull up, you put stakes down. This is my home. I'm gonna be here. This is how it goes. But coming from the military side, you used to moving. You're used to moving your family. I think I moved in 22 years. I think I moved 9-10 times. I don't remember. A lot. I moved a lot of times. And during with my wife, we moved a lot. So it's more with us, it's more so we get the itch that we've been at a place too long and it's time to move, versus we've been here. Because we've been in Charlotte for 6 years now. We've been in Charlotte for six and a half years now. And we getting that itch. Had an itch last year, and we almost moved to Atlanta. Matter of fact, I had the realtor here and everything. We was gonna move. We was like, we're gonna bounce, right? And then we changed our mind. So But in terms of a scary thing, as long as your family is ready, I don't know the situation in regards to, children and things like that. Make sure you have, or your job situation, things like that. Just make sure all your ducks in a row, and then, pray on it, and then if that's the right thing for you, move. With us, it's like, okay, another move. Herbert Williams, I went through college ROTC at USC my first few years, even though I was a student at Benedict. Then Benedict got our own ROTC by junior year. I was a signal officer. I'm a huge Lady Gamecock fan. One of my partners, one of my best friends, was a signal officer. He just retired early this year. He was a signal officer. And we've been tight ever since we was in Iraq together. So we go back to 07, 08. That's how long we go back. So signal strong, brother. Signal strong. Nolan, so true, Captain. Age is the greatest. I went to Vegas this past year to see. My wife just texted me and said 10 times for her. She moved 10 times. Oh, man. I think she might have beat me. I went to Age is greatest. I went to Vegas this past year to see AB and Asia live. Greatest weekend of my summer. All right, man. That is like awesome. That is like awesome. And you know what, Nolan? That's so true. We did that last year for my birthday. We went to Vegas because Vegas is my happiest place on earth. Some people say Disney World is the happiest place on earth, but Captain Will is Vegas. Vegas. Okay. So and we saw the Aces played Connecticut Sun. He played Connecticut Sun. And it was great experience, great, awesome. And we were lucky to get really, really, really good seats. And both of us wore our Gamecock gear. So of course, Asia, doing what Asia does, caught our eye and everything, doing the head dive, pointing, all that cool stuff. So great. And Nolan, I'm so happy for you, man. That's awesome. LK Life, much love to you, Captain Will. Thank you for this show. I got to hit the hay and get ready for another working day. Hey, man, if you're still on, if you're gone, appreciate the love. And I see you. We'll be doing another live show in a couple of days. Mocha Latte, North Carolina losing to Oklahoma end of the first quarter, 23-16. Someone keep me up to date on that. Herbert Williams, I live in Atlanta now, have followed Raven since she was in 9th grade. That's what's up. I actually talked to her, and her mother, long before she signed with South Carolina, actually told her she would be a perfect for her. Appreciate you, Herbert Williams. Appreciate you. Big B Cap, do you think North Carolina State is legit? I think they're legit. I think North Carolina State got a good team. I think they're going to give some teams in the ACC a lot of work. I really do. I really, really do. Back to sports. Can Will, UCLA is the real deal. Them and South Carolina, two best. I would agree with you. I think and they're so similar to us, which makes it a difficult game for us. She is Bree Wayne. I think if we can limit Kiki Rice for UCLA, we beat them easily. Kiki Rice is special. She is special. She is so nice. She's so nice. And Cardoso might be able to take on Betts, I think, Elo. I mean, they went up against during the summer, so it'll be a matchup. It'll be a good matchup. We'll see. Cardoso gets some plays, Betts gets some plays. But at the end of the day, I think with us beating those quality teams, it's going to be the guard play. It's really going to be the guard play. And we have better guards than you. And that's against everybody. We're deeper at guard, and we're better. We're just better. We can, because with Kiki Rice, you're going to have multiple players guarding her. Multiple players. And we got, the size of our guards are going to give them a lot of these other guards a lot of problems. So they got a good team. They got a really good team. Got a really good team. And if all things are even, I could see, because UCLA will be out west, and hopefully the bracket folks, when it comes down to it, that would be the ultimate matchup. South Carolina, UCLA, some old school basketball. I do. Robert Minnick, I wish Paopao and Tessa Johnson would shoot the ball more. It's tough with this team because everybody can shoot. Everybody can shoot. Everybody can score. So everybody wants to eat. Everybody wants to eat. I mean, Paopao shot 6 threes tonight. She shot 6 of them. She hit 4 of them. Now, Tessa didn't shoot the ball much tonight, but Paopao did. And I can't even say that. Because you're never going to see volume shooting on this basketball team. You're never going to see that. I mean, Chloe took 12 shots. That's a lot of shots for this basketball team. That's a lot. 12 shots, 10 for 12. That's a lot of shots. Bree had 9 shots. Fulwiley had 8. So it just, when everybody's eating, you're not going to get a whole lot of volume shots. Yeah, back to sports. Injury to Emily does hurt UCLA. Does. Yeah, I mean, UCLA is really good. Back to sports, you are making some really good comments. They are really good. Pac-12 is no joke. Pac-12 is the best conference in basketball this year. SEC is down. SEC is down. Only 2 ranked teams in the country is us and LSU. Will that change? We'll see as the season goes on. Pac-12 is really good. They are really good. Michelle J, I'm fortunate every summer to do a 2-for-1. My visit my folks who live in Vegas and I catch an. That's awesome. Catch an Aces game. That's awesome. Yeah. See your folks. Go see the Aces game. See Asia. And then, depending on who the Aces are playing, you might see a Gamecock reunion, and it's very possible, depending on where you sit, it's very possible to get some pictures with all the Gamecocks. Very possible. That's my goal this summer. This summer when I go to Vegas. I don't know if my wife knew that, but she knows now. We're going to Vegas for my birthday. For sure. Happy place. Justin, you're right, brother. You're right. So talking about Paopao, all Pac-12 multiple times. And it just, the fit, Oregon just wasn't a good basketball team. It just was, it's a pretty good basketball team. Pretty good basketball team. I shouldn't say it wasn't a good basketball team. That was a pretty good basketball team. But it wasn't an elite basketball team. It wasn't an elite basketball team. Te-Hina Paopao comes over from Oregon, comes to this basketball team, brings her elite shooting, playmaking, calmness, experience, and we look like I don't know what playing other teams now. Nobody on God's great green earth would have thought that the South Carolina women's basketball team would be 5th in 3-point shooting. Let me see if we still 5th. We might have went up some. Let me see that. Let me see that real quick. Let me see that. What did we rank in terms of 3-point shooting? See if they already updated it. Not yet. So we still 5th in 3-point shooting. 5th in 3-point shooting. This basketball team that was divulge of 3-pointers for multiple years. We've never been a great 3-point shooter. We've never been a good 3-point shooting team. Never been a good 3-point shooting team. Now we top 5 in the country. And the only ones that we are behind, Marquette, who's shooting 42%, 42.4%, Penn State, 41.2%, Utah, 41.2%, Texas State shooting 40.9%, and then South Carolina, 40.4% from the 3. Top 5 in the country. Te-Hina Paopao, number 1 in the SEC. And then if you look down at the top schools, you got Southern Cal, 10th in 3-point shooting. And the reason why I'm highlighting 3-point shooting, because that's all I heard for the last 6 years. That's all I've heard. I've heard about South Carolina can't shoot the 3-ball. Well, we're shooting the 3-ball great. UConn's 30th in the country, is 37%, with the great Paige Beckers, Iowa, with the great Caitlin Clark, 40th in the country, 36%. Let's say that again. South Carolina is 5th in the country, over 40%. The great Iowa, the great Caitlin Clark is 40th in 3-point shooting at 36%. Who would have ever thought that South Carolina would be that much better than Iowa or UConn at 3-point shooting, what they specialize in? Nobody. but that we are. That we are. Nell Bell, what site are you using for three-point shooting ranking? I typically use my go-to is warrennolan.com. That's my go-to. I use a couple of other ones, but that is my favorite. This one back to sports. Captain Paopao on USC last year, and you get another title. That is why the South Carolina team better than last year's. That is absolutely true. If Paopao was on that team last year, we would have blew out Iowa. You're welcome, brother. But she's on this team now. You're on this team now, and then you got who got Raven, who they said was not couldn't shoot, getting waved off. Raven getting, having, a terrible time for her during that situation. We've all heard about it. We've all talked about it. We've all known that stuff. But now you're talking about it. Now it's not talked about enough. And you got to give credit where credit is due. So you got to look at Coach Staley, number one. That's the first person you got to look at. You got to look at Coach Staley to bring in Te-Hina, but to also work with the girls on a three-point shooting. So you got an area that was weak before, has turned around, flipped around, completely around. That is a strength. Now you got Tessa from one of the best in the country in high school ball, who came to South Carolina. You add Te-Hina. Ravens three-point shooting is 40-something percent now. Bree Hall's over 40%. So a weakness that South Carolina had so badly is a strength, and I ain't hearing enough people talk about it. How obviously we watch all the games. We hear the commentators. We hear all this stuff. But that is something that needs to be discussed. When you're talking about the renaissance of the three ball at South Carolina, how it flipped completely, did a complete 180 to go from one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the country to top 5 in the country. You can't let Te-Hina, you can't leave her open. You leave her open, it's going in. You leave Tessa, it's going in. At this point, you leave Bree open, it's going in. You let Raven shoot it, it's going in. It's something, man. It's something. Go through a few more of these comments. Darwin, I appreciate you. I want to give us credit. Back to sports, love the cat. Hey, man, love you too, brother. Love your work too. Justin, they had the hype after Sabrina. I'm talking about Oregon. They had the hype after Sabrina. They had the number 1 class coming in with Te-Hina and 4 other freshmen. And you got the inside track. Obviously, you have the inside track, right? And is just, yeah, they Oregon did not, it didn't matriculate the way they wanted to. Nell Bell, she got waved off in that game, but no one talking about how she's making 6 threes in that game. I mean, wave off Raven Johnson now, please. Can't do it. All these good comments. Yeah, Raven tore up her ACL her freshman year. I think it was the 3rd game, and it was against South Dakota State, if I remember correctly. And I remember watching that game. I was like, oh, like, man, I knew it was serious, because you could tell those non-contact injuries. And you just like, oh God, here we go. You already know. And it took a while. To recover. And get that speed back, and she has it now. So ACL is tough, bro. Kat, what do you think about Texas? I think Texas is good, really good. I think Texas is really good. I think I like that they are coming. I like that Texas and Oklahoma are coming to the SEC next year. I think that Texas is maybe a year or two away from being a Final Four team. And the reason I say I think they're a year or two away because right now they're although they're undefeated, Texas undefeated, number 4 in the net rankings. And they play 7 games at home, but they've only beaten, is it one team? 2 teams. 2 teams in the top 50. 2 teams in the top 50. They beat Arizona by 13 points, and they beat Connecticut by 12 points. The rest of the schedule has been straight garbage. Straight garbage. You know, so, I mean, Southern 238, Liberty 171. Man, 239th, Louisiana Tech 242nd, Arizona State 138, High Point, not too far from the crib. That's what's Fantasia from 313th. So I mean, the schedule's garbage. So you have a better idea how good Texas is when they play Arizona again. Well, excuse me, not when they play Arizona, when they play Baylor. They're gonna play Baylor twice. Baylor's really good. West Virginia's good. TCU is good. Kansas State's good. And then a back-to-back on February the 1st, they play Baylor. Then they play Kansas State. Then they play TCU. That is a tough run. So we'll see how good they are. We'll see how good they are. Yeah, we'll see. We will see how good they are. So a little bit of back and forth talking about Fulwiley, a little bit of that stuff. Where Texas can't shoot the 3 ball, but they're coming. Vic has it coming. Yeah, and then next year they got 2 top 10 ranked recruits. 2 players who I wanted. 2 players I wanted. I wanted Justice Carlton. I wanted Lee. I wanted both of those players. Jordan Lee. I wanted both of those players. And they decided to stay at home and play for Texas. More power to them. But we'll see them next year. Jonathan McQueen. Don is always winning Coach of the Year, but that's this year. Pencil in, no doubt. Lose 5 starting and do this. Sheesh. Legacy is cementing for the haters. You have to say that Coach Dawn Staley is the Coach of the Year. You can cancel that right now. You can say the award. Go ahead and mail it to her right now. Go ahead and mail it the award right now. Because I can't say nobody saw this coming to be 11-0 at this point in the season before the Christmas break. But we didn't think about the seamless ease that it has been for this basketball team. We didn't see this. We did not. So give her flowers. Give her an award. Because there ain't no other coach that can replace 5 starters, 7 players, and be number 1 in the country by a country mile. Ain't nobody. Give it to her. Yeah, Molly as well. Give it the credit. Vic B, you bring up a great point. Molly is putting in work for these girls. This high impact, high pace game that we play now. Because yes, we have improved the 3-point shooting. See, this is scenario, right? Because we hear a lot of comparisons from the 2017 team, 2020 team, 2022 team, and last year's team. We hear a lot of comparisons. Every year, we hear a lot of comparisons about those teams versus this team. What sets this team apart from those previous teams over the last 7 years? What sets this team apart is the pace of play. We play a faster pace of play than we've ever played at South Carolina. Our pace of play is top 30th in the country, okay? Which means that we get more possessions than we previously had, okay? So in the past, we played more of a slow ball. Our pace of play was around 180th, 170th, something of that nature, okay? So we slowed the ball down. We played great defense. And that was South Carolina basketball. We didn't rely on the 3-point shot because we couldn't shoot it well. This team, and these are the reasons that I say that our team is better. This team's the best team I've ever seen South Carolina play. The pace of play is sensational. Pace of play is great. And we're still top 5, top 6, top 7 in the country in offensive efficiency. So we get more possessions on offense, right? But we also are giving the other opponent more possession because we're playing faster. So they get more possessions, right? But we are still number 1 in the country in defensive efficiency. So when I say that we are the number 1 team, the best team that I've seen with my old beady eyes, I'm taking that into account. This is the most pleasant basketball team at South Carolina that I've seen. The offense is dynamic. The defense switches on everything. Communication is the key for this basketball team because they switch everything. Everybody switches. Everybody. And you can do that when you got similar length players so they can guard multiple positions. We hear a lot of that talk. Oh, such and such can guard all the positions. No. Well, South Carolina be doing that. They be guarding multiple positions. Everybody switching out. So we do not have individual players on this team the caliber of a Bree Bill that says, I'm going to follow this player everywhere she goes. We don't have the caliber of a player, Leah Boston, who's going to guard the best post player and put in that work. We don't have that. But we do have is a whole lot of players, and Raven said it early in the season, we have a whole lot of scrappy players. We have a whole lot of scrappy players on this basketball team with length, with athletic ability, who will get in you. And that's what's been going down. So I don't know where I started with that. Oh, we was talking about, conditioning for this team with Molly. Molly been putting in that work. I got to hit up Molly, get some suggestions. I don't need suggestions. I know what I need to do. I did 22 years in the Army. I know what I need to do to get back healthy. Wow, North Carolina, Oklahoma tied at halftime, 36-36. Wow. That is something. Wow. South Carolina, back to sports. South Carolina don't rebuild, they just reload. You are so right. So right. Darwin needs this team is the most athletic from top to bottom. You try to run with this, you get ran out the gym. Pick your poison. Pick the way you want to lose by South Carolina. Family, we almost 2 hours in. Today is Tuesday night. November. No, not November. It is December the 19th. We will do another live show on Thursday. At, let's say, 8 p.m. No, 7 p.m. on Thursday night. Another live show coming at you. I appreciate all the love. I appreciate all the comments. We'll do it again on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're still on here, I see 214 people still on here. If you have not hit the like button, hit the like button. I will appreciate it. Hit the like button. If you are not subscribed to Captain Will, hit the subscribe point. Hit that thumb, hit that whatever, hit the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel, the best Gamecocks coverage going today. Best. Dick Williams, ESPN just posted the stats you gave us about Pace 3-point shooting. This, bro, if ESPN just posted what I said, y'all out there watching. So if you out there watching your boy, if you out there watching me, because you know I'm going to spit out the game. If you watching old Captain Will, put some credit on my stuff. All right? Put some credit for me. All right, so tomorrow we're going to do it, or Thursday we're going to do it again. You're not rocking with the best. Follow me on Twitter, Gamecocks Talk. Follow me on Instagram, Gamecocks Talk with Captain Will. You're not rocking with the best. And since you're rocking with the best, come rock with your boy, Captain Will. Good night, family. Good night.